Welcome to our very first live stream at Global Psychics TV, everyone. I'm your host, Lisa. I'm beyond excited to welcome you to this very, very powerful new platform where spirit meets the screen. Tonight, I will be showcasing and introducing you to our beautiful spiritual practitioners. And intuitive healers, psychic mediums, astrologers from all around the globe. We are all coming together to showcase our light, our wisdom, and our connection to divine. Throughout this evening's show, I will be introducing you to some of our incredible spiritual practitioners. Each one of them brings something unique and transformative. Some will be showcasing their healing, others a message straight from spirit. So settle in, open your hearts, and allow yourselves to be inspired, uplifted, and expanded. You're exactly where you are meant to be this evening. So let's raise the vibration together and begin this beautiful journey into the mystical world of Global Psychics TV. So let's get started. I will be bringing a couple of our beautiful practitioners up at a time to share with you their beautiful gifts, what they do, and their journeys. After I introduce everyone, then we will bring them up again in rotation, and you can comment, share, and ask some questions. We will be doing some readings tonight, healings, life challenges, a spot of mediumship. We actually had a beautiful meeting before this live, and Spirit has been so active, ringing doorbells, blowing out light bulbs, pushing things over already. So we already know we have a lot of spiritual activity around us, and we are very eager to share these insights and beautiful vibrations with you all. So we will get started. I will bring up Mystique as our first spiritual practitioner, and we will get started with tonight's beautiful vibration. So let's just bring up Mystique now. Just giving us a moment with that. And Mystique should be joining us right now. Hello, good evening, Mystique. Welcome this evening. So, Mystique, welcome to Global Psychic TV. It is such an honor to have you with us. Would you share with the beautiful people that are watching what your spiritual journey is, and your modalities, and a bit about yourself?
Absolutely. To everybody who knows me, they do know that I'm Mystique Psychic Medium, but for those who don't, I'm internationally renowned. I've been speaking and seeing spirit since the age of 3, and I'm now 60, so that tells you how long I've been connecting with spirit. Spirit is my passion. Spirit is my world. So much so they blew my lights out before we started, so which Lisa has already mentioned. So, and that's all about, let's go off with a bang. And so forth. So being able to connect with spirit is one of my deepest passions in life. And as a child and a teenager, I was literally bullied beyond recognition, so to speak, for what I could do. So I did suppress it for a couple of years because it just got too hard to deal with, so to speak, but it was always going to be there. So, the last probably 15, 20 years, I opened the business of Mystique. And yeah, and I don't hide a single thing. I know there's a lot of skeptics in the world, and that's absolutely fine because everybody has an opinion and everyone's entitled to an opinion. So I understand there's a lot of skeptics in the world. However, it hasn't dulled my sparkle. It will never dull my sparkle because I live each day with spirit. And my mother, unfortunately, was a non-believer for a while until something happened where I was sitting with her and my brother, who passed away about 11 years ago, like he came through. And yeah, she visually saw some things for the very first time, and she just looked at me and said, "Why didn't I know this?" And I said, "Because you've been knocking me since I was born." So when something happens like that with the skeptical, and being that it was my mother, it was, I didn't laugh at her, but it was so very empowering to see how, like, her entire perspective has changed since then. So, she welcomes spirit now, and she's not afraid of spirit. And I've never been afraid of spirit. People used to think as a child I was sitting there talking to the blades of grass, but I was literally talking to someone in spirit world. So it is my passion. It is my world. Of course, I use tarot cards and oracle cards because some people still like that visualization. And if I've said something from spirit, normally if I pull over, a couple of cards, what I've already said is like coming through in the card. So, again, that's, some people just need that visualization in front of them as well, and that's perfectly fine. And then, like, I use crystals for healing purposes and so forth. I do a lot of work with healings as well. The other side of me is I'm a psychotherapist and holistic counselor, so crystals and energy healings and whatever works is quite powerful through that, as it is in the psychic realm. So that's probably me in a nut joint. Apart from me in a nut joint, I mean, fancy me saying, well, not in a nut joint, me in a nutshell. So yeah, spirit of, obviously, and I've actually got my dad in my ear, and of course that was one of his favourite comments. So that just fell out of my mouth because I'm hearing it in the side of my ear. But anyway, good on your dad.
That's
Thanks for coming.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank
But
you
yeah,
so much. I know that spirit is around you already because yes, your light bulb did blow before we even entered the live. So I understand that, and I understand that tonight. I feel that the vibration with you is spirit. So we will be bringing you back up shortly to answer some questions, and just to let everyone know, we are streaming across TikTok. We are streaming around Facebook as well, and YouTube. So if you want your questions answered, please comment and share the live out as well. Thank you so much. I am going to bring someone else up momentarily, and we will get the next person up in a moment. Thank you so much, Mystique. And if you want to connect with Mystique, she is also on our platform, and you can connect with her when you call, and Mystique's PIN number is 4061. Thank you so much. I'll get the next beautiful soul up, and that is Melanie. We'll bring Melanie up momentarily, and she should be up in a minute. Oh, okay, she's not on. Okay, maybe we will wait for a moment with Melanie, and we'll get Michelle up. Okay. I think Melanie's having technical problems for a moment. Spirit is definitely around us this evening and wreaking havoc. Okay, Michelle, we've got the beautiful Michelle. And Michelle, would you like to share your beautiful spiritual awakening and journey with us?
Sure. Thanks, Lisa. Hi, everybody. My name is Michelle Hughes. I'm a psychic medium. My intent, well, similar to Mystique, I just love all things spirit. I love the fact that I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. And my intention with every reading is for you to have a connection with a loved one who has crossed over, whether that be for healing purposes, guidance, or to answer any questions that you do have. So I'll leave that with you. Short and sweet. I can't talk about myself.
Well, I can talk about you. Michelle is a lovely medium whose connection with spirit goes far and deep. So thank you for joining us. I will let you sit back because I know what you are shy to talk about yourself. If you would like to connect with Michelle, she is also on our beautiful platform, and her PIN number is 4074. And I will let you go back, and I will bring up the gorgeous Camille next. So let's bring up Camille, and Camille can share her spiritual journey and what she does for us as well, or how she can help. Welcome in, Camille. Can you share with us your spiritual awakening and your professional insights with us, please?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Camille. I am a seer. I guess that's just how I say it. I have been around Wairua or spirit since forever. My forte is third eye, so I'm I see things. I also hear, so I'm clairvoyant. What else do I do? I'm a healer, so I do traditional Māori healing, which is miri, and that's just our spiritual practice that we do. I'm also a Reiki master teacher. I'm also a hypnotherapist, timeline therapist, and neurolinguistic programmer, and I'm an energy healer. I do DNA activations, just whatever. I just go with the flow of the energy, basically. I have I did my first reading when I was 4. It was a channeled one, and it was recorded. Just a channel, basically. And then, but I read for the first time outside of family when I was 9 years old. So I was quite, I was buzzing out because I'd always wanted to play with my grandmother's cards. So she had tarot cards that were really old that had like pictures on, but the backs were like little tin backs that had come all the way from England through her lineage. So yeah, I've done a lot of things around spirit. So spirit's always, I'll put it this way, I trust spirit before I trust a person.
That is absolutely beautiful. I do want to tell you that Peyton says, looking beautiful, Auntie Camille.
Oh, my
So
darling.
that is that is beautiful. And we do have some viewers, and also we have Maddie Shaw says, hello, Camille. And we do have some comments. Matt says, hello, nice to be here. And that's from Facebook. Some comments coming through. So that is wonderful that everyone is starting to interact and watch. So just letting you know those comments in. We are taking some questions as well. If you would like to have a reading or a session with Camille, her PIN number is 4036. So thank you for sharing your journey and who you are. I will let you go back to the green room and interact with our gorgeous people. The next person I will bring up is Susan. Welcome in, Susan. Now, Susan is an amazing soul, and we had something very special happen between Susan and I when we were having a conversation the other day. It was so surreal that we both were kind of shocked, weren't we?
Oh, absolutely. I've never had something like that happen before, with spirit actually showing us that they were there. That was quite unbelievable.
Yeah, it left us both stunned for a moment.
Well, we didn't know what was happening, but it was absolutely amazing.
Yes. So, Susan, can you? We will share what happened in a moment, but first we'll let Susan share a little bit about herself, her journey, and
Thank you, Lisa.
her very special abilities.
Wow. I was, I believe, quite psychic when I was young, but being in a family that didn't believe in anything like that, it was very much suppressed. And really, it's only been in the past 10 years or so that spirit has returned to me, and I've been able to connect and to help in so many ways. And my biggest love, of course, is the animals. So I'm an animal communicator. I view a lot through the third eye. So, yes, also words come to me from the animals. But yeah, so I have animal guides around me. I also have my beautiful guardian angel, Sarah, who is with me tonight. She's watching over me, telling me what to say, which is wonderful. But yeah, the animals I really connect with, and I love to speak to the people whose animals need assistance. And the answers so often come through the owners and carers. And the connection with their animals is such a blessed thing to witness and to experience in myself. It's just absolutely amazing. But I also have other spiritual techniques and modalities that I use. I'm qualified in Zero Ishki, which is a Japanese energy healing modality. I'm a Reiki healer for animals, but Zero Ishki is quite different because you don't channel through yourself. You call on Zero Ishki, which we believe is the level below source. So source comes down through Zero Ishki. And by connecting with Zero Ishki and the person who needs assistance, I can be a bit of a bystander and allow Zero Ishki to directly assist the person who needs help. So we do a lot of healing with the parts of the brain, the organs, other parts of the body. I use this with the animals as well. It's absolutely amazing. So certainly if you want to experience Zero Ishki and animal communication, I'm always available to help you. I would love to connect.
That is absolutely amazing. So, when Susan and I were having a conversation the other day and we were connecting with spirit, if you know me, you know I talk a lot with my hands. So we were sharing spiritual connection. We were sharing the spiritual stories and that, and I was talking with my hands as I usually do, and somehow my hands lit up. We had crystalline energy and my hands lit up, and we were both stunned and shocked at what had happened.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I'm so glad that someone was here to witness this.
Yes.
Because we both did not know
it
what
filled the
had
screen.
actually occurred.
Yes.
Yes.
The crystalline, the shining, and the rays just filled the whole screen. It was absolutely amazing.
It was, yeah, something really, really spectacular. And I'm so happy and so in gratitude with Spirit and Susan that we were in such a high dimensional frequency and sharing that we have this connection now. So it's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We will move forward and bring on you're welcome. Thank you. We will move on to Nexus now. And this just shows our beautiful diversity of spiritual practitioners in here. We will try to move forward a bit quicker now so we can get to your questions, because I can see the comments coming up, and we want to move forward. So Nexus, a beautiful, beautiful soul from Canada, could you please tell us about your modalities and your beautiful spiritual journey?
For sure. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for staying here. I ask for a little bit patience. Sometimes I can hear bad, but yes. Well, my spiritual path started really soon. My first experience, I was only 10 years, and like a medium, I have contact with a lot of kind of spirits. It leads me, how can I say, a deeply study about how we interact with the spiritual world and how it affects us in our life and how exactly we can do better, because there is no way. Everything around us is spirits, even in different levels of life. Well, I start my studies with tarot, runes, and scrying through Black Mirror. I really like Black Mirror because it used to lead me a conscience, high conscience, elevate enough to see better, to go deeply, and
Do you
understand
feel,
better what is happening. Yep.
Nexus, do you feel the Black Mirror is slightly controversial?
Sometimes, yes. But just because a lot kind of people don't understand really mirrors or even black mirrors. In old times, tribal people, especially in South America, in places like Machu Picchu, Peru, that priests used to have the black mirror to see about the life of their people, to understand what is happening through the veil. The real problem is a lot of people around the world associate black with bad stuffs. This is not the reality. There are a lot misunderstand
No.
about Black Mirror. Yes?
Well, I wear black all the time and I'm not bad. I'm beautiful.
Yeah, precisely. It's so crazy to think, oh, something black is bad. Well, it is a
Well, in
terrible
actual fact,
association.
black is an absorbent. So, yeah, black
Yes,
is
it
an energy
is.
absorbent. Yes.
It is.
So
My
it's how society
spiritual
perceives
path,
it.
yes, was really complicated in the beginning, in the very beginning, because my first kind of mediunity was incorporation. And I was just a kid that time. So it was really complicated. But I'm thankful because in my family, my grandma, she was a special kind, especially because she was a practitioner, but in a African style. But it gave me
Beautiful.
tools, it gave me experience to understand what to do. Right now, I prefer to use tarot, runes, my black mirror, my all entity, my mentor, spiritual mentor. He's really, really a nice guy and really wiser, a lot more than me. And for sure, some kinds of astral projection too, and some kind of work about cleaning, healing energy, giving balance again, trying to work with your chakra, with your place, to understand the energy and the influence of your place, home, work, and people. So yeah, that is it,
That's
I believe.
fantastic. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Welcome in, Nicole. We will be answering questions very, very shortly I'm very, very happy to have everyone join in. Please share out the live. We are here sharing our beautiful practitioners and their modalities and abilities and their spiritual journeys. And we are anticipating sharing their wonderful gifts and with you all by answering your questions, possibly doing some mediumship readings tonight and answering your questions, relationship, healing, and all those daily challenges. If you would like to connect with Nexus, his PIN number is 4053. We are going to step back for a moment and bring on Melanie because she had some technical issues. Melanie. And she dropped out for a moment. So we'll bring Melanie up just for a moment and then we will continue with Kate and Helen. So just bringing up Melanie. Melanie Love is an awesome healer. She's an interdimensional healer. So Melanie, can you quickly just tell us a little bit about yourself? I think you're on mute, babe. You're muted. Okay. Can you try now? I can't hear you, hon. All right. All right. We seem to be having some technical issues with Melanie this evening. So we'll go to Kate. Melanie, see what your settings are with the camera and the volume, and I'll bring you back after Kate. All right, honey. We will bring Kate up and then we'll try with Melanie again. So we'll bring Kate up. Okay, this is the beautiful Kate. Kate, can you tell us about your beautiful spiritual journey, please?
Hi, Lisa. Hi, everyone. And great to be on board. So thank you very much for this. This is very exciting. Okay, my name's Kate, and I'm a bit of everything, I think. A psychic, clairvoyant, author, teacher, mentor. I came into this. Now, I've always been spiritual. I didn't come from a spiritual family, though, so I've had to learn a lot along the way. And, you know, back in the 80s when there wasn't much around that you could actually find out what, like, I had all these questions, you know, I was seeing spirit. My father, my biological father, committed suicide when I was 17. And it was a really traumatic time in my life. And I just want to say too, I'm great now. I'm living my best life, but it hasn't always been like that. And following your spiritual path and just being happy and content with where you are, who you are, makes such a big difference in your life. And I wasn't always like that. So my dad died when I was 17, my biological father. And for 2 years, I was seeing him. He was in my dreams, or he'd be walking in front of me. He'd be talking to me, and it was really doing my head in. And I had a lot of trouble like dealing with that. And I actually drank a lot too, you know, to sort of try and wipe it out, to try and stop it. When I was 14, we had some really scary things happen in a house that we were living in Sydney. And that wasn't very nice. And my mum did find out how to cleanse a house, even though she's skeptic and she doesn't believe in it. And I was called the spooky one in the family. She did do a cleansing which sorted things out. So over the years, you know, I've had things coming through, you know, I've seen spirit and learned how to do readings. but you get busy and you sort of leave it behind a bit when you're raising kids and you're married and you've got to bring in the money. But then everything came to a dead stop back in 2010, and I had a near-death experience, I'd call it, and I was in hospital on and off for a good part of 2010, and that really turned my life around. I couldn't get out of bed for quite some time, even when I got home, and I started meditating every single night, and most of the day, because I couldn't do anything else because I couldn't get out of bed. So much came through with meditation,
Yes.
and it's just such an incredible tool. And from there, I knew that I'd be okay. I just knew everything would
That is
be
the
fine.
wonderful thing about spirit. No matter what you are going through in your deepest, darkest hour, spirit is closest to you, and you will always know that at the end, everything will be okay.
Yep.
You always have that underlying knowing everything will be okay, even when you're going through turmoil. It is just that in, and that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you
So everyone, do yourself a favour.
If you would like,
meditate. Meditate is just the best healing thing that you can do, and to connect with spirit. So yeah, I've had a wonderful journey the last 15 years working with spirit, and I can look at things from past loved ones. I use the tea leaves when it comes to doing mediumship, and I've actually got one just here where I've got someone coming through with the initials FJ, and I'll hold up a picture later and I'll show you actually what I'm seeing, and I can see the person too, so I can describe it to you. And talking about doorbells, my the guy that my stepfather, the guy that raised me, I called him Dad. He passed away in 2017, and 4 hours later, he was ringing the front doorbell that hadn't worked in years.
beautiful.
So, you know,
Thank
that's
you
only
for sharing,
4
Kate.
hours after he's passed away. You know, spirit, I think, can come through nearly straight away. I've had that happen so many times.
Yes, that is absolutely true. Thank you for sharing, Kate. If you'd like to contact Kate, she's on the lines as well, and her PIN number is 4075. We are going to try with Melanie one more time. Other than that, we are going to start taking phone calls. That's not me. I don't know who is calling. We're going to try one more time with Melanie. Other than that, we are going to just start taking your questions. We have a lot of questions coming through. Melanie, have you sorted out your oh, look at that. Let's see. Can you hear me? No, we still can't hear Mel. That's okay. We will try and figure it out, Mel. It's okay. We love having you here. If you would like to connect with Melanie Love on the psychic line, her number is 4072. Melanie is an interdimensional healer, a relationship specialist, a intuitive guide. She does everything medical as well. She does ancient ancestral cord cutting. She is a wonderful intuitive guide, and she is a beautiful, beautiful being. She does ancient and ancestral cord cutting, anything to do with medical and trauma healing. She holds space for you like no other, and she is really, really, really a wonderful being. we are having technical issues, and Melanie is unable to talk because we cannot hear her. But if you want a beautiful connection with Melanie, you can call the lines, and you can get her on her PIN number 4072. Now we will start bringing up some practitioners and getting some questions up. Unfortunately, Helen dropped out. She's in the UK and her internet is dropping out from there. If we can get Helen on back, we will bring her up again. Right now, I'm going to bring up Mystique, and we are going to take some questions. So we'll bring up Mystique, and I'll bring up two people, Mystique and Michelle, please. Mystique and Michelle, and we will take a couple of questions. So I'm going to get, okay, is it Samaya? Okay, Samaya, we'll bring up Samaya's question. Samaya is asking about... Michelle, can you take some question, please?
Sure.
Samaya wants to know, I am wanting to start a business with my husband, but I'm not sure if it is a good idea or not right now. So could you answer that beautiful question for Samaya, please?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Samaya. As soon as Lisa was asking me that question, I did feel like there's already been a delay, or there's been some hurdles or something that has like a roadblock that has already stopped you from taking this step. I do want to say it is important to listen to your own intuition. To me, it feels as though you do have a conflict between your head and your heart, and I want you to have a look at what that is. I do see August connected around this, so I don't know whether August is a birthday or anniversary for either of you, or whether August is significant around starting this as going into business. For me, I'm feeling like whatever decision you make, I wouldn't do anything this year. That's the feeling that I'm getting around it. And August. Yeah, I would say don't rush into this. Have a look at what your reservations are. I do feel like making sure that you have a very clear understanding of how it's going to look if you do decide to go ahead. But I wouldn't do it this year. Okay, I'm feeling like so hopefully that helps. Whatever decision you make, I wouldn't do it.
Thank you so much. And if you could actually confirm and comment about the connections. Thank you so much. Nicole would like a connection to spirit, please, Mystique. If you could do a quick connection to spirit for Nicole, and see if anyone is around her. That would be beautiful. Yes, Nicole, she said hello, but I know Nicole. There we go, Nicole. No, not that's true. That's Nicole. Nicole. Yeah.
Hi, Nicole. How are you? I hope you're well. I want to actually say to you that I don't think it is a family member. I actually think it's one of your friends from late teenage years, actually, that seems to be hovering around you right now. And I want to say to you that, and no disrespect to anybody, but I want to say to you that this gentleman is kind of showing his feminine side, so to speak. But that's probably a way of like connecting with you in around a whole bunch of flowers. So I don't know if in the last couple of weeks or something you've been delivered some flowers. You've noticed a particular flower in your next door neighbor's yard that seems to be connected with this particular person. And I want to say to you that as much as you are sad, he'd rather you smile. Like if you walked out of your front door tomorrow and looked up to the sky and just like, gave a bit of a smile, I can guarantee you that you'll feel that smile and that love come straight back to you, because the feeling of you're missing this person. So if it's close to an anniversary or a birthday, my heart is with you, because the connection just feels like you feel a bit lost, and you feel lost without that person. But you do have other people around you, so to speak, if you need to sort of like speak up and have a chat. Sending you my love, because he's sending you his love. So I hope that helps for you.
Thank you so much. That was for Nicole. Thank you so much, ladies. We have some more questions, so we will rotate some more beautiful practitioners, and we will bring up Camille and Kate next, please. And I have a couple of questions for Camille and Kate. We will put that question up for Camille. Camille, I have a question for you from Shriyam. I have been in a long distance relationship for a year, and I want to know when can be together again with my partner.
Me first? Or is it just me?
Yeah, Camille, yeah.
Okay. Can I have the person's name who asked the question?
Shriyam.
Shriyam. I've got a really sick feeling in my tummy with this one.
A sick feeling in your tummy?
Yeah, sick feeling in my tummy with this one.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You will see this person again. It just doesn't seem. You're needing to come more into union with yourself. So you need to unionize your masculine and your feminine together before you go back there. Because there's some things that you've been seeing and some things that you've been questioning around this connection. And you're correct in what you're thinking. But you're needing, they're also saying you need to step into your power. You need to have a bit of strength around this. So before you go anywhere near this person, they're asking you to come into alignment with yourself, to really step into your power and to align your divine feminine and your divine masculine and your moon and your sun within. You're to bring it back into alignment. And trust what it is that you know. Trust your knowing. Trust your knowing. That's basically what I'm going to say. I won't go too far into it because it is quite a heavy message. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, they're wanting something a bit more than that, but it's quite a heavy message, Lisa.
Thank you so much. I will give Kate a question. Prue is saying, will her weekend be good in Spain? She's flying off to Spain this weekend, and she wants to know if her weekend will be successful.
Oh, wow, how exciting. Okay. Okay, so we've got new adventures. I want to say, thinking differently, but it would have to do with, I'd say, the people that are around you, a different culture, maybe. I don't know if you actually speak the language yourself, but I want to say you need to be clear with the way you get your message across, because people may not understand what it is that you're saying. But I mean, otherwise, like, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Very exciting things happening there. It's probably going to give you some fresh ideas about your future and where it is that you're going to. So I'm feeling like you had a course planned for what it is that you were going to do, but that's going to change. And it's something that you're just not ready for. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it, Prue. I think you're going to have a wonderful time, and it is going to change the way you see things.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We had Matt that wanted to ask a question. We do realize that the internet is a bit slow. We are running about 6 computers on here, so bear with us. It is our first live, but we are going to persevere and get better technology. I guess we're going to have to invest in better service or better technology. We are going to bring up Susan and Nexus, please, next. Okay. And let's bring up, go back. Okay, please share your questions if you want them answered, and we may bring some questions over from the other platform as well. Oh, wonderful. This one is, oh, okay, we're bringing up this one. Is there a, oh, okay, Neo1 is asking, is there a lesson my life is trying to teach me right now? And I will give this one to you, Nexus, please.
Hello to you. What is the name? I didn't hear well. No. What is the name?
Neo.
Neo. Neo, thank you. And the question, I didn't hear well the question too. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Is there a lesson in my life right now?
Yeah.
What is the lesson that their life is trying to teach them right now? So I feel like they're really going through something or repeating a cycle. So what's the lesson in that right now for Neo?
For sure. Well, Neo, right now you are living cross paths. You have many options in your life. Sometimes it could give you some kind of doubts. It's normal. It's really normal. And it's really normal too that you feel really fear. I have some points with you. Because of the situation, you don't know how exactly if your skills are good enough. Right now, you're asking yourself if you should trust in the people around you or you should trust in you. Especially because what I'm seeing right now, you have some experience already that gives some kind of doubts, especially about the trust in people. Don't worry about it. The lesson that you need to learn is you are enough. Don't have fear about your future. Don't think about too much if you are enough, if you are able to manage your life and the resources that you have. Because for sure you're going to find your balance. No doubt that you're going to find your balance. I can see here through my tarot cards that for some times in the past, in your that you have a lot of experience. It's natural. Everyone has this kind. And right now you are trying to find your balance. Right now, you are trying to find and understand better your own feelings. Try to align again feeling and logic. Try to reach again this balance between these points. And then everything will be clearly again for you, okay? Don't think that the life is bad. The life is not bad. But the lesson is to find balance and take the experience with logic right now, because you don't need to make the same mistakes again. You have the experience already. Why you need to trust again? Do you understand? Think about it. Well, that's it for now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome in, Carrie Ann. Thank you. If you have a question, we are here to answer them. Thank you so much for everyone that is being patient. We are having slight technical issues at this point in time. We do have a question from Noor, and Noor is asking, when I am confused, what should I do about my confusion and mind fog? I am assuming there is a lot of confusion. What should I do about my confusion? And I'm going to give you this, Susan, because this seems to be a difficult one.
That's okay. I do get the feeling that this person has many spirits around them, which is causing the fog and the confusion. So I would ask them just to sit quietly and ask for the main spirit, the one with the loudest voice, to come forward. Because there is, I'm really getting the tingles now. There are so many of the spirits, but there is one that needs to step forward. And there is some message that this one is going to bring, but this person needs to just sit quietly, clear their mind, and allow the spirit with the loudest voice to come forward, because there is a message for them. But I can actually feel that the cloud of so much around them. But this is something that they will have to practice, this person. They will have to practice clearing their mind, sitting quietly, not allowing this fog to block what is supposed to be coming to them. But it's the mind, their mind just seems to be so busy. So perhaps learning to meditate just to still the mind, and then allow what has to come through to come through.
Thank you so much, Susan. Thank you so much. And if you beautiful people would like to connect with Susan and Nexus, you can connect with them, and their PIN numbers are 4066 or 4053. Thank you so much. I am going to bring up Mystique again, because I feel that Mystique can help our next question. Our next beautiful person, Carrie Ann Medina, has a love question, but I feel like this is going to go a little bit deeper. Carrie Ann would want to know, will Nixon and her get back together again, and what is his current feelings around their relationship? I know this is a love question, but I feel something else is going on there, and that's why I wanted you to tackle this one, please. Mystique.
Okay. Very, very, very interesting question, and I'm not surprised that you chose me for it, because it's a little bit intertwined, I want to say there, and respectfully, I feel that there's, on both sides, actually, I feel like there's a lot of past trauma on both angles. Therefore, having distance apart from one another, even though there is so much love there. The distance apart is because you're both dealing with certain things that have seemed to have raised their ugly heads in the last few months, where you felt compelled to talk, but that kind of reiterated in your partner bringing up like his past. You know what I mean? So there was, it's kind of like, I don't like to use this as a metaphor, but this is what I've been shown. It's kind of like a snake rolling its body around a large carcass, like trying to win the battle, so to speak. So I want to say to you, you both actually need this time apart. I don't want to call yourselves that you're going through battles as such, but mentally there's some past stuff that keeps coming up. I need you to kind of pull back on your own and clear your own paths. Clear it in a way where doing some work on yourself in a lot of healing and so forth. And I believe that she has already started to do that, because I can sense that there's, on the feminine side, there's more of a feeling emotion that's already coming to the forefront. But there's so much more to go, because the past is just keeps, something's happened in the last 12 months where the past is just kind of go whoosh go on both of you. So it's come in like full barrels. And I guess as a partnership, you didn't quite know how to deal with it as such. So having that distance apart is enabling you both to share, not necessarily with one another, but to share with professionals, to get to the bottom of the roots of what's happened in the past and be able to heal. And then you'll be able to come back together. But I don't see it for about another 8 months yet, because there is so much to go on, and it goes quite deep. And I don't think I would even have the time tonight to look at really both sides of it, to work out what year and what sort of traumas you've gone through, to be able to put you on the right path to getting you the right help to bring yourself back to being yourself, if you know what I mean. So, but please bear with it. Please understand that the journey is a journey, but you're both going to get through this journey, and you're both going to be a lot stronger coming back together as one. Because in 8 months' time, you're going to go, oh, what was all that hoo-ha about? But the hoo-ha has to go on for you to be able to heal and heal correctly. So I hope
that is wonderful. This is why I wanted you to tackle this one, Mystique, because I felt like it wasn't just like yes or no. There is something beneath the surface, and this is what we are doing here at Global Psychics TV. We want to tackle what is deeper and what is beyond these surface connections and soul connections and entanglements. So I really encourage you to connect with Mystique on the hotline and get deeper into the reason and the energetic cords, and whether you are actually having a soul connection with your partner and what it's all about. So you can connect with Mystique on her PIN number, which is 4061. I will rotate with someone else now. Can we bring the beautiful Michelle up? And Michelle, I want you to answer a question for a friend of mine, which I haven't spoken to in a while, but I know who he is. So I will not, I won't take his question. But hi, Matt. I hope you're doing really, really well. Thank you for joining us this evening. And Matt is saying, I once was very close to Lisa, but we haven't spoken in a while. I suggested to text by meeting up later in the month. Do you believe her is considering it? So he's met someone as well, and he was close with this beautiful person, and he wanted to meet up with her. He considered meeting up with her and giving her a birthday gift, but they are, do you believe that this connection will happen? And also he sent her a birthday gift. Do you believe that she would consider this, and will they meet up or not? You're muted, my love.
Hi, Matt. Was this other lady's name Lisa as well, or was he referring to? It's another Lisa, is it?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he was talking about you.
No.
After your intro. Hi, Matt. I just want to clarify. I'm getting something a 5 around this, so I don't know whether it's been 5 months since you met or 5 months since you spoke, or something to do with the month of May. But I am getting strongly a 5 around this. I do also want to say that when I'm feeling into it, I do feel like she's still looking back. I feel like there's still a connection to somebody in her past. I want to say that I don't believe that all the ties have been cut to allow her to move forward. So I don't know if you can validate that, whether there's a relationship that she's still holding on to, or something to do with somebody in her past. I do feel energetically that that's going to be a little bit of a hurdle at the moment. So as I said, I don't know if you can validate that at all. Coming back to your question about whether she is considering it, I'm not feeling that so much at the moment. I'm also getting quite blocked in my throat chakra, so I don't know whether I don't know what the communication has been like between the two of you, or whether you're not using your voice or feeling confident enough to speak up and ask the questions. But I do feel like there is something about the communication not being very clear between the two of you as well. So what I would suggest is just taking a moment to be clear in what you would like. And as I said, I do feel like there is still a tie for her with her past relationship that's holding her back. So I hope that helps.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I am going to take another question. This is wonderful. We're getting a few questions in now as people are sharing out the live, and they are coming from different platforms. So that is wonderful to see as well. I will get Kate up. And Kate, let's get Sabina up. Sabina is thinking of changing her career at the age of 30. She is confused, and what should she do? So you're muted, Kate. You're still, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you. Houston, we have a lift off.
Okay, I'm going to get my life purpose cards, but it's really exciting starting something new. I mean, staying in the same thing day in, day out can get a bit boring, brings new excitement into your life, something different. I'm seeing something, I don't know why I'm picking up jewelry, but I'm seeing something to do with jewelry. And I don't know if it's maybe a special piece that you've got. I'm just trying to work out what the FJ would mean. Fine jewelry, I'm not too sure. It could be somebody's initials, somebody that you're going to meet. And I can see a lady in here. I'm actually thinking this lady's passed over and she's there helping you. So I'm just going to pull out a card from the life purpose ones. And what have we got here? Whatever it is that you're doing, it's something that you need to be practicing at. It's like when I've done many things over the years, and once you stop doing something, you sort of have a tendency to forget it. So if you can make sure that you're doing some practice on it, and you are going to be led in the right. Just watch the opportunities that are coming up for you. Ask for guidance. Your guides will be there to help you. But I'm seeing like the letters FJ, and I'm not too sure if that's a person that you're going to meet, the name of the company, and I don't know why it has to do with, I'm seeing jewelry. But anyway, I'll leave that one with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let us bring up, okay, Sabina. Kerry Ann is saying, thank you so much, Mystique. What you said made sense. So she's thanking you for that. Also, Noor is saying, thank you. He will consider calling for a deeper reading. So that is wonderful feedback as well. Can we go up as well? There's someone else saying thank you. Matt, Matt is saying thank you as well. So wonderful. I am going to put, we had a, oh, okay, beautiful Kate. Thank you. Melanie saying beautiful Kate as well. Thank you so much. All right. We had, actually, I might give another one if you beautiful people don't mind. I might give another one to Mystique. But this one was from earlier on, and it got pinned and it got a few laughs as well from our beautiful employer. Global Psychics TV posted a comment, a question. And they were asking, will their new business venture be successful? And we all had a little bit of a giggle. So I thought let's go with that and let's have a bit of a giggle. So Global Psychics TV has asked, how will my new business venture go? How is my new business going to go? There you go. So we posted that question. So there you go. That is for you, Mystique.
Okay. I can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I couldn't see whether you could hear me or not. I love how that one's come to me, but anyway, let's just roll with that one. Thank you for management for sending me that one, because if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to get slapped. Maybe but maybe Mystique likes a bit of slapping every now and again. Either way. In all seriousness, what I want to say here is, and I'm not going to say anything just for the fun of it. When I look at it seriously enough, I want to say there's a lot of hard work that has already gone behind the scenes, and I haven't been behind the scenes as such at this point in time, but a lot of hard work has gone on behind the scenes. There's been a lot of negativity from really strange people that have thrown their sources at you, and I want to say, even though I haven't met management, that the management team have stood up to this and realized that we are so much better than that. We don't need to take on that negativity to build something bigger, greater, stronger, and more real, raw, and authentic than any other platform out there. And I believe that, as much as it might be, and we're only launching tonight, I don't even know how long management has worked behind the scenes to get to tonight. I know I was tickled pink with having my conversation with Lisa, and the excitement was growing and growing and growing throughout the entire phone call. And I've had, even though I don't know his name, sorry, but I've had a great conversation with Tech when they were asking me some things, and then I was already doing something behind the scenes myself for Global Psychics TV, and they were just kind of like, you know, amazed that I was already like one step ahead, so to speak. But that was just like, you know, in a business world, and I have businesses. In a business world, you always have to be that 1 foot in front of the other, but quicker step than someone else, because people will copy you, people will try and be you, people, if they can't be you, they will try to pull you down. And management, I want to say to you, congratulations for your launch. Yes, we've had some tech issues. Yes, we've had a lot of spirit activity in the background, which is probably causing a lot of tech issues at the same time, just to give us a run for our money, you know, on the first night. But that's okay, because spirit will always test us, so we can always be the best version of ourselves. And when we are true and authentic to ourselves, nothing is ever going to stop the power of 1, the power of 10, the power of 20 of us moving forward and growing this to really live up to its name of Global Psychics TV, because we will be internationally global. We already have some beautiful international psychics on board, and having the tools to go totally global and fully international is a force to be reckoned with. And I believe that, along with management and the magnificent team that we have so far, we're all working as one. We're all in this together. And there's no one person saying, oh, I this and I this and I that. It's we. It's we are going. We are doing this. It's all about we. We are a beautiful team, and the authenticity that comes behind a beautiful team is something that no one else can claim to fame. But here we are, you know, and management. I like, thank you for pointing the the question in my direction, because I feel so strongly and so deeply, and I'm you know, and if management meant that question as a bit of a, you know, a pun to start the, you know, start our, you know, our launch, that's great, because management are not psychics, and management, it's a big step. It's a big step for people to come in and say, do you know what, we will build this like that movie. We, you know, build it and they will come. But you're building it with integrity. You're building it with authenticity. You're building it with a care factor. You're building it because we are so passionate and so real about what we bring to the table. And when you have a team like that, nothing will stop us expanding in a way that no one else has even thought of how to expand. And for that, I'm very privileged to be here. For management, I thank you. I thank you for all your ideas that you're, like, you know, you're working so hard to get. And the short end of the story, even though it's a long story, but the short end of it is, of course, you're going to be successful. But success doesn't happen overnight. And none of us expect, you know, success overnight, but success is definitely going to come because of everything, every bit of groundwork that's been done to build it to what it will be, and build it to what it already is tonight. So thank you for your question, management.
And thank you for everything that you said. And you know what? It is very, very true. Management are spiritual, but they're not psychic. It's true. The energy of love and the frequency and the vibration that they have is very spiritual, very peaceful, very loving, very high vibrational. But the psychic aspect is not there. Like, they can't see the future, but they're very peaceful. Like, sometimes I get upset, and like, my friends know me. I'm like, but it's not fair. But they're like, no, put the energy out. It's fine. Be positive. We know what we're doing is with integrity. It's, you know, and I'm the one going, but, and they're like, but you're a healer. But I'm like, eh. So no, you're very, very correct. Thank you so much for your insight as well. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you for that. We do have some beautiful questions coming in, and I love that they're coming across all the platforms now. So I'm so happy with that. I do have one question that hasn't been posted on the platforms that has just come on a private platform. And I'm going to give this one to, oh, we lost Melanie again. Okay, but Melanie, you are commenting, so you're obviously watching us from somewhere. And I was, okay, Melanie is on Facebook, okay, but she's not in our live. Okay, that's okay. I might give this one to,
For those who don't,
Susan. Okay, Susan, Jessica, we'll give you Jessica's one then. Okay, and we'll leave the private one for a moment. Jessica, Jessica, am I doing anything wrong when I meditate? I'm wanting to connect with my spirit guides and my higher self.
Absolutely. That's a wonderful question. And it happens to everyone at the right time. It's not something you can just say, oh, I want to connect, and it happens. I use quantum journeys hypnosis, where we do have the chance to go really deep and to connect with our guides, our guardian angels, our helpers, all those wonderful beings who are there. And we manage to do that by allowing ourselves to really, really go deep. So that would be the first thing. Perhaps use some guided meditations that will allow you to go deeper than you normally would if you were just listening perhaps to some meditative music and trying to do it that way. Guided meditation can be wonderful to learn the technique, but then give it time. If you're using a guided meditation, get one that is specifically for meeting your guides and helpers, and take your time. Do it consistently. Allow your mind just to clear, because our minds are so busy these days, and it sometimes prevents us from allowing our guides to come through. But don't be put off if it doesn't happen straight away, because it does happen when it's meant to happen. So that would be my suggestion. Do some guided meditation that is specific for meeting your guides and helpers. Give it the time and just allow it to happen when it's ready to happen. And then you will have the most wonderful experience as the most important guide comes through and then helps you to connect with the other beings that are around you and wanting to help you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. We will have one more question, I think, and that one is the one that I got privately. Who would like to tap into a health issue? Is anyone keen to tap into a health issue? Any hands on the health issue? Anyone? Any takers? Okay. Okay. Nexus. My friend Emma has just had an accident and hurt her leg. She's on her way to hospital. Is it serious, please? She's just messaged me. Emma. Her name is Emma.
Got it. Okay, my dear Emma. Well, first of stuff, you need to think that you are in a right place. Okay, you're in a place with professionals that gonna care with you in the best way that can do. Okay, so what I can see right now is your feelings right now blow your mind and your view. Okay, try to trust a little bit more in what they are saying to you. Okay, and try to obey a little more, because you need to keep, how can I say, you need to take the directions correctly and properly. I know that right now you have doubts about if you are in the right place. I understand your point. It's natural. Hospitals has a complicated energy, really. A lot of sickness, a lot of people feeling bad, a lot of people feeling really bad with your health. It's natural. Don't worry, okay? But give time to your body heal, okay? And give it time for you too, because you need to take care of your legs well, properly. It's gonna take a little bit time to recover completely. Yes, you need to take a little bit more time, okay? Don't push yourself too much, okay? Because for you, your worst enemy right now is your fear, okay? And please, please take the directions properly, okay? Because we are talking about health and we are have some material stuff here that we need to take seriously. And we are talking about your feelings. Feelings can mess a little bit with everything that we need to take in our life. Okay? But yes, your your life right now need to take it down slow. Go slow. Okay? Go slow. And
Thank you.
that's it.
Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to take some more questions. Let's get, who haven't we? Kate up, please. Kate, can we get that last question up? Thank you. Yes. Yep. That, whatever the last question is. Is that Crew Zero is asking, what will my love life look like? Will I ever find anyone?
Okay, Crew. Let me see what I'm picking up here for you. Is Crew a male or a female's name? I've never heard of it before.
That's a male.
A male. Okay. Crew, what are you doing? Are you going out to meet anyone? Because the card that I've pulled out is the Hermit. So you actually need to get out to meet people or do something online. Have you got a profile? Look at what's on that profile and what it is that you've written. But I do see it's showing me that you're feeling very lonely, but you need to actually get out to meet people. And even looking at when you're traveling, go on a holiday, go and do some travel. And it doesn't matter if you're by yourself, because then you can get out there and meet people. So get out of your house, go and do some travel. And also picking up to hurt from the past, love lost from the past. So probably not quite willing to open up yet to love as well. So needing to heal from the past. And was it secrets that were kept from you that that have hurt you too? So look at that, look at the healing. But I want to say, get out, go and live your life and do some travel and meet people. Because when you get out and meet other people, there's just so many exciting things that you can do. When I first moved up to Queensland, I didn't know anyone. Not that I was looking for love, but, you know, I had my husband. But during the day when he was out at work, I had no friends or no family up here, moved up here not knowing anyone. So I would make myself go out nearly every single day And you know, the work, it's just incredible what you can do when you actually step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so try and do that, and then yes, you will meet someone. Okay, I hope that helps.
Thank you so much for that input and insight, Kate. We are getting some questions through, so that's wonderful. And it is so wonderful to see they are across all platforms. So it is wonderful that all the interaction we are having across all the different platforms. So I'm trying to get through the ones that are kind of like sticking out for me. We will get Camille up and answer a question. Okay, which one? Which question? Just bring them up. Okay, Zorro. Bring that one up for me. Just highlight that so I can see it. Zorro, am I meant to have... Sorry, can you bring that up again? Am I meant to have a wild love affair this lifetime? Oh, passionate love. Okay, that came out like a wild energy. Zorro wants to know if they are meant to have a wild love affair this lifetime. Feels like Zorro's a bit bored with his life.
Okay, sorry. So in this lifetime, you're asked to change your patterns and cycles from previous lifetimes. So you're wanting to have a passionate love affair in this lifetime. They're asking you to have a love affair with yourself, to bring it back to yourself and step in. You've got the death card come out. The death card is my favourite card in tarot. So that talks all about a rebirth and an awakening, like a rebirthing. So, and ending old cycles and patterns. And so I'm just saying, and it was funny because the first that when you asked the question, that's basically what I heard. You need to have a love affair with yourself. Do you want to go and have a passionate love affair? That's your choice. Remember, everything we do is your choice. Do you want the headache of it? Again, that's your choice, because I can see headaches happening too. You're going to be torn between two. You're going to be torn between two lovers. And then the hermit is going to come and sit with you and take you on the journey of love and teach you something about love. So, of course, if this is what you're wanting, go for it. There will be two people that you will have a passionate love affair with. And out of these two people, you will need to decide, because it's going to come down to that. So wish you well on your journey. Yeah. That's it.
That's wonderful. Thank you. It seems that we are missing some of the comments, so people are starting to message me some of the comments. We have a comment that has come through that has not come through to the main server, so I will give this one to Mystique, if that is okay. Mystique. Mia would like to know if she is going to end up with her first love, the boy that she likes or the guy that she likes.
Oh, I like that sort of one.
And I feel like this is young love, or yeah.
It's young love coming back around again to people who have aged gracefully, so to speak. No, I'm not saying they're old, but like, you know, when it does a full circle like that, it means that when they first met when they were younger, the connection was so real, even though they were so young. It was playful, it was joyful, there was nothing was too hard for one another. And then when they grew apart, so to speak, because I believe she went off and did a very worthwhile job, and it took her a little away for a little bit, and he was kind of left behind. Having said that, the communications over time went from a lot to zero to possibly to a little bit here, a little bit there. And then, of course, it's come around full circle. And it has taken some time. And I believe the communication line is open at the moment as well. But there's hesitancy because scared, fear factor. Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be as playful? Is it going to be as fun? Have we got baggage that we need to go through? Do you still love me in the same way? So there's a multitude of questions and what ifs going on, and my pet hate in life is what ifs. Because if you're what ifing everything that's going on in your life, you're building this empire of what ifs, and you're asking the universe to give it to you. So stop with the what ifs. Stop saying what if he doesn't like me the way he did. What if he doesn't. Stop. Even my head inside, there's all these questions, but they don't need to be answered, because you need to get back on that journey. You need to go, and if it's a little bit of a roller coaster, I'm not saying it's like a Big Dipper where it's going to go up and then it's going to crashing down, but because of some age differences that have gone on, you need to ride a little bit of a roller coaster to get back into the swing of being side by side and virtually soulmates again, because that connection is there. It was always there. It was always very strong. And being apart, they say, when you're apart, the heart grows fonder. But I think with you guys, the heart got sadder because you always wanted to be, and it was trying to make things work, and that actually made it more difficult. So now, if you don't overthink things, you're both going to come back as one, and you're just going to enjoy it. So I'm hearing from Spirit, enjoy who cares if it's a bit of a roller coaster? Enjoy the ride, because it's going to be absolutely magnificent. And I really wish you well in it, because I'm excited for you. It's going to feel good. I already feel good. So
it's wonderful when you can tap into that love vibration. You feel what they feel. It's beautiful.
Give me a bit of that. No.
Thank you so much for your insight. Can we bring up the beautiful Michelle? Michelle, are you up for a little bit of mediumship, please? Wonderful. Mike's question did not come up here, but he would like to know if he has spirit around him this evening. Mike would like to know if he has spirit around him, and he is hoping to connect with spirit this evening. Mike.
Sure. Hi, Mike. Absolutely. We all have spirit around us all the time. I do feel like a very strong male energy that's stepping forward at the moment. I do want to say that I feel like this is a father figure, or I'm on the paternal side of the family. So if it's not dad, it's dad's dad. I also want to say I'm feeling quite drawn to my chest area. So I do feel like it's either lungs or heart, but I'm feeling into this area at the moment. As I'm sitting here, I sort of want to sit up a bit taller in my seat. So I do feel like he was a taller gentleman, or taller than what I am. That's the feeling that I'm getting around him. I also am being drawn to my hands. I do believe that he was really good with his hands, or worked with his hands, but there is a sense of having, I want to say my hands aren't very soft. I do feel like he was a hard worker and really worked a lot with his hands. I would even question whether he worked with timber or had something to do with wood, because I am smelling, I can smell timber, the smell of, wood being planed, taking me back to my woodwork days at school, but I'm getting that kind of smell around him. I also want to say my heart is racing, so I do feel like I am drawn to the heart area around him. I also want to say, Mike, that it was Mike, was it Mike or Mick? Mike. I also want to say, Mike, that he's giving to me, that he's just aware of what's going on for you at the moment. I feel like he's giving to me that you're in the washing machine on the spin cycle. Like my head is just spinning. It's like needing to just take a minute and come up for air. So I do feel like you've been incredibly busy and not taking much time for yourself. So I do want to encourage you to have a look at where you can get a minute to just sort of have a breather, because I feel like everything's been a little bit overwhelming. That does feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel around that as well. But please know that, yes, he is around you, as your loved ones are. And I'll leave that with you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. And I do believe you were correct with what is coming through with Mike. He was hoping to connect with his grandfather, and you did get that. So thank you so much. Yes, and I do believe, from what I've just received, his grandfather did cross over with something to do with his chest. So thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that connection and that insight. Thank you so much. Mandy is saying hello. Wonderful. Thank you. So I do believe that we are coming to an end with our live this evening. Before we go, I did want to tap into the energies of our universe and thank everyone. Today I did do a bit of a energetic download. So with that, I did want to say that the veils of our universe are definitely lifted. We are going through a activation of remembrance. Ready your hearts, be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other. We are lifting an immense amount of vibrations. We are going through a universal healing. We are connecting to ancient energies and going deep into our souls. It is a pure energetic light. We are doing a lot of remembering. We are cutting cords away from trauma, from things that no longer serve us. We are ascending into higher frequencies, higher dimensions, and higher vibrations, cutting away cords that do not serve us for our soul path and for the betterment of our soul path moving forward. We are receiving light codes, activations, and signs from ancient wisdoms, rising us up, and I do believe we are entering into a beautiful new frequency of Lemurian crystalline energy. This is something that has come in that is new to me as well, and I'm happy to share this communication with you. Focus your energy inward and listen to your intuition and move forward. Open your hearts to your gentle wisdom. Remember that you are a vessel of healing and remembrance. You are sacred light. Walk in with grace, guided by ancient love and divine healing. Please know that you are a direct channel to the wisdom of divine love. With that, I would also like to remind you that we are building something wonderful here. We have beautiful practitioners from all walks of life and spiritual wisdom, and you can connect with them on our platform, Global Psychics TV. You can call toll free from anywhere around the world by just dialing +61 1800 577 499. So thank you so much for joining us on our first live, I believe one of many. and this is the beginning of a new era for us. We are a collective, and we are all involved in growing this beautiful new diverse community into the world. So thank you so much for joining us. Remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to each other. With that, I bid you a good night. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of this.